Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Italy. Well, they have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
You've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades, and I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain with...
Can he finish? Split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Italy have stated their intent in no uncertain terms. They really are going at this full tilt.
Tonali, looking here to chip it through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Miller forwards and with intent. It's just beyond his reach. And he thumps it clear. Miller. That's a sharp pass. Moved on forwards, couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Looks to clip it forward. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Tonali. Cambiaghi. Looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. Done delicately. chance to shoot! Calafiori shifted upfield. Di Lorenzo wins the duel this time. Politano plays a delicate ball. Real chance! Goal, Italy!
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
First goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's played forward, and he's managed to get free. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. No surprise, that's a booking. Well, protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Estonia grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
That's really well manoeuvred. That's tidy. Oh, good take in a good area. Raspadori! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Such a great run. I'm expecting him to go all the way, and instead he just lost his way.
Raspadori. Cambiaghi. Calafiori. And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Hine is there to take. We've reached half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. Some first-half thoughts?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Aim forwards. Calafiori. Gabbia. Tonali. Bastoni, gently done. And it's lofted through here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Cleared away. And it's played forward. He's found a way through. Great run this, he's come quite a distance already. He's got the shot away! Goal, Italy! And they're back in front.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's a lovely, neat pass. Goalkeeper's ball. Calafiori. Di Lorenzo. Politano. Barella. Well, that should be the keepers. Moved on forwards. Bastoni does really well to win the ball there. Di Lorenzo. Politano chooses to go cross-field. Very nicely done. The referee's awarded a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Raspadori. Oh, good spread.
Italy surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Di Lorenzo. Politano.
Italy clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Floated up and over.
Estonia need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Tonali. Politano. Politano. He is just caressing the ball. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Do have a chance to counter here. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's straight offside. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And time is up. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Estonia were brave in standing up to much fancied opponents, and this can be a real source of confidence and a date to remember now.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.